Thanks for joining us for the Purdue University-CME Group Ag Economy Barometer January 2025 survey results. I'm James Mintert, Professor Emeritus in the Department of Agricultural Economics here at Purdue, and I'm going to share with you the highlights from this month's survey. The Ag Economy Barometer Index was up 5 points this month to a reading of 141, while the Index of Current Conditions was actually up 9 points compared to a month earlier. The Index of Future Expectations was up just 3 points compared to December at a reading of 156. Farm Financial Performance Index rose to a reading of 111. That's up compared to 98 in December and well above where it was back in September when the reading was just 68. We asked producers about their expectations for the size of their farm operating loan in 2025 compared to 2024. 18% of the respondents in this month's survey said they expected to have a larger operating loan this year than last year. That compares to 15% who felt that way a year ago. We followed up with those who expect to have a larger operating loan and asked them why that was the case. 23% of them said that it was because they were carrying over unpaid operating debt from the prior year. That's up from 17% who felt that way a year ago and up from just 5% who felt that way 2 years ago. Farm Capital Investment Index was unchanged this month at a reading of 48, while the short-term Farmland Value Expectation Index rose 5 points to a reading of 115 compared to 110 in December. That matches its reading from November of 2024. We asked producers how likely they think it is that U.S. agriculture is at risk of a trade war that results in a significant decrease in U.S. ag exports. 40% of the respondents in the January survey said they think a trade war is either likely or very likely. That's down somewhat from December when 48% felt that a trade war was either likely or very likely. We asked producers what their expectations are with respect to their biggest concern for their farming operation in the upcoming year. 39% of the respondents in this month's survey said higher input costs is their top concern, while 24% chose lower crop and/or livestock prices. We asked several questions about leasing of farmland for solar energy production in this month's survey. 11% of the respondents in this month's survey said that they had had a discussion with a company about leasing farmland for solar energy production within the last 6 months. Among those who had engaged in discussions with companies, 40% said that they had received an offer of $1,250 or more per acre for leasing their farmland for solar energy production, and 26% said they were offered $1,500 per acre or more to lease farmland for solar energy production. That wraps up the highlights from this month's survey. The full report is available on our website, purdue.edu/agbarometer, and you can also get some more details on our podcast, Purdue Commercial AgCast. On behalf of the Center for Commercial Agriculture, I'm James Mintert. Thanks for joining us.